Hey, what's going on, guys? Good morning. We are getting some Everquest in, as you can see. We're picking right back up where we left off. We are still in Vexar. Had a really good time this whole last weekend when I was playing some Everquest, so you know what? I figured we would do the same again today. Yeah, I'm really hyped to get some grind time in, I should say. We are still just 59 right now. We are in apparently what's supposed to be the level 60 hot zone, so we're gonna see how the experience is now without all the wonderful experience bonus stuff that we were getting last week. Kind of a shame, TBH, but you know. Kind of wish I had stuck with it, but I really wanted to give myself a little bit more of a true level 59 experience, because anybody who's ever played EverQuest, at least back in the day, remembers that 59 used to be an absolute hell level. Like, if not the worst hell level from 1 to 60, it's pretty damn close to one of the worst. I would probably say, personally, it was one of the worst experiences I ever had, as far as leveling from 59 to 60. And for reference, guys, we are on a 100% experience boosted server, and I have another 50% experience boost potion going, and that last guy gave me 2%. A whopping 2%. So we're probably not going to be staying here for the entirety of the level. It's a good spot, don't get me wrong, even with it being the hot zone, but I kind of want to go to Chardock. I had a couple different people recommend Chardock as like the best experience for me right now, and I really want to give it a try. Plus, I mean, it's fucking Kunark. I mean, who doesn't love Chardock and those old school zones? I still want to be, you know, picky and say that this is technically still a part of Kunark right now, but it's not really, because it wasn't added until Gates of Discord, I want to say. So I don't want to be the guy that's like, yeah, it's definitely still Kunark, but it's really not. It's part of the zone of Kunark, but it's definitely not Kunark content. Still got our buffs on here from some of our wonderful clickies. Some people were asking also like what some of the gear is that I'm using here, so I went with like what I thought was some of the best Luckland related items, especially for a warrior, and this Talisman of Vakaroth was definitely at the top of my list. Number 1, because it's recommended level 55, but number 2, because this necklace is just amazing. It's probably going to be the best necklace I'll be using until like Plains of Power content much later down the road. But yeah, I'll go over bits and pieces of some of the stuff that I'm using. Like, we got the acrylic handled broadsword. I put some augments on my weapons as well that might kind of help with the leveling process. Just because I know, again, I said that I wanted to do a quote-unquote as close to original experience as possible leveling, but let's be completely honest, guys. A soloing warrior from 1 to 60 would be kind of boring content, because 90% of it even would be me sitting there waiting for my hit points to come back. That's why I've got my druid coming along healing me. I've got a mercenary that can help make up for my damage. I went with the auto grant AAs so I get as much additional boosting as possible, because I mean, otherwise this would just be a very, very, very long process. And I want it to be a long process, but I don't want it to be so long that it's like, alright, 16 videos in, I've gone from 59 to 60. It would be me sitting here talking to a microphone ranting about how slow things are going. Which, hell, I mean, that might be entertaining to some of you. Like, one of my favorite YouTubers, Sage Freak, he is doing like a leveling of a solo leveling cleric on Project 1999, and most of his content has just been him wandering around Kunark, giving bits and pieces of lore and showing some of the cool stuff that he can do, and just talking about cleric spells and story time and stuff like that. And you know what? I think that's badass. 100%. I can just put his videos on repeat and chill out and watch it. I mean, I think that stuff's awesome. But I'm going to be honest with you, I don't have that kind of patience. I love this game, guys. I absolutely love it, but I can't commit that much time to try to get a character from 1 to 60. I'm usually pretty lucky to get like 6 hours of gaming time throughout a week, and I usually end up spending 2 or 3 hours of that on Everquest. And there's a lot of games that I want to play. And my 3090 video card is going to be getting here today, so might be seeing some real high definition Everquest soon, guys. I'm being sarcastic. With my current video card, I could totally run like the highest max everything you can do on Everquest, and I would probably still get like 100 frames a second. But I'm getting my 3090 video card, so some of the games that I've been holding off on playing so I can play them on max, I'm gonna have that soon, so that's gonna be badass. See, this is cool. I feel like this is a little bit more true to a leveling experience here, even with all the experience bonuses and stuff going on. Like we're still getting like 1 to 3% per kill. We're doing pretty good. We are doing pretty good. My Mercenary is doing 100% the bulk of my damage now. Like, we're doing pretty good damage, but my Mercenary is just destroying these things. Not to mention the AA boost we're going to get when we hit 60. It's going to be pretty badass. I'm just so happy to finally sit down and play some Everquest. Another thing I'm going to end up doing is there's been a couple different people that have posted like comments of like some of their favorite memories of Everquest recently, and I'm definitely going to make a video of that like soon. So anybody here who has like really good like stories or really elaborate stories of stuff that you remember doing or you remember seeing in Everquest back in the day, things that you still think about to this day, you know, 20 years later, even if you don't play the game anymore. Anybody who has stories that you want to share, if you just want to post them in the comments, just let me know, and I'll like post the comment in a video. I'll make sure you get credit for the story, so I'm not going to be like, haha, this happened to me. I mean, if you don't mind your story being shared, I'll 100% do it. I'll cover that. I'll talk about it because I think that stuff fascinates me. If there's one thing that I feel like the Everquest community loves is like mutual awesome stories. Things that we've experienced back in the day, because there's not really anybody talking about like, oh, well, guess what I did in Everquest today. It's, remember this time we did this thing in Everquest 20 years ago? Like, do you remember playing with a group of friends? Do you remember LANing Everquest back in the day? Did you guys like bring your computers together and raid? Did you bring your computers together and play group content? Do you remember seeing like this awesome train, or seeing this crazy raid boss just completely obliterate everybody around you? That's the kind of stories and stuff I want to hear, or even just like things that you remember doing in Everquest back in the day that were like, I don't know, group experiences, and anything at all that you think is awesome that you'd be willing to share. Just let me know. Post it in the comments. Like I said, I'll make sure you get credit, and I would really like to do a video on that, because I think plenty of us who watch content like my videos, we all have some sort of a story that we remember, particularly about Everquest, that makes us think so fondly about the game. I mean, hell, otherwise, why would you be watching Everquest videos of a dork go through and kill content from 20 years ago? Like, if you don't have stories that make you feel nostalgic about the game, then why are you coming to watch the video? You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it personally. unless you're just like some young kid who's coming across this video who's never played EverQuest before and it looks interesting, I feel like there's a certain type of people that are coming to watch these videos, whether it's your parents showed you EverQuest back in the day and you thought it was awesome and you've played it ever since, or maybe it was something that you shared with your kids and you got them addicted and, you know, you guys still talk about it 10 years, 20 years later. That's the kind of stuff that makes me really, really happy thinking about EverQuest. I think about some really awesome, fun times. And that's what keeps me coming back even to this day. I'll pop in and start playing some EverQuest and I'll just start thinking of all the most nostalgic things. And I don't think about it like a negative way, like, oh man, I wish I could experience that again. I think, holy shit, I got to experience that. And because of it, you know, I'm for the better. I had an amazing time that a lot of people these days can't replicate, because, not to be back in my day kind of attitude, but there are a lot of people that will never get to experience EverQuest at its absolute peak, in my opinion. It's still an awesome game and I'm glad it's still in development, but there's nothing that's going to replicate the kind of experiences that I had back in the day. Ooh, getting some finishing blow stuff. Look at that. Oh, improved health. My Mercenary getting more and more hit points. Ooh, damn, my Mercenary's kind of a beast. Jesus. Look at that armor class. 1600, 19,000 hit points, 100% A haste, all those stats. And that's without me putting any equipment on my Mercenary. Because in the higher levels, you can put equipment on your Mercenaries that make them just ridiculous. Okay, well, let's get out of here. Okay, so all in all, with all of that being cleared, we went from about 11% to 47%. And just to this little area. Ooh. Wonder what goes up there, if anything. Let's see what else we can find over here. Got some more Ixar golems. I'm really excited to hit 60, guys. You have no idea. Some of the gear that we got set aside waiting for us at level 60, I think is going to be awesome. I mean, I guess technically we could... That's a headpiece. Some of this stuff we could put on already, but some of it's not necessarily that much better. Gloves of warding. Oh, why did I not put that down here? Gloves of warding get us some additional magic resist. You know, I love these clickies. Guys keep hearing me talk about all these cool clickies and stuff like that, but we've got some badass clickies here, thanks to Luckland content. Yeah, some of this stuff is going to be pretty big upgrades. Oh, I could already be wearing that. Nice. Gloves of warding, breastplate of speed. Yeah, let's put that on as well. Okay, we're just gonna start putting some stuff on. Oh, that's gonna be a big upgrade too. Flame shock. So the only thing we for sure have to wait on is some weapons, but that's okay. Okay, so I think it might be time for us to make our adventure to Kunark. We're going to go on back to Kunark. We're going to finish up in a classic Kunark area. Let me think how to get there. Should I go through Skyfire? I guess we're going to go through Skyfire. Transport, Kunark. yeah, we can go through Kunark, Kunark. I keep saying Kunark. We're gonna go through Skyfire Mountains, then we're gonna go through Burning Lands, and then we're gonna get to Chardock. Okay, let's get my... Put that handy dandy mount on. Okay, so... Oh, Burning Wood, we're just right here. You know, let's check to see if our dragon friend is up here. I doubt it, but no, he's not. At least not as big as my druid's track is. It could be up way up there by Vishan's Peak, but... I'm pretty excited to see Chardock again. It's been quite a while since I've actually gone through Chardock for the sake of trying to experience leveling. Normally when I go through, if I have been going through recently, I've gone to go to like Chardock C, or I guess Chardock B? I can't remember. Wherever Korokust is, whatever his name is, the big spirit Sarnak guy. I think it's Chardock B. Got the achievement. Woo, let's go. Okay. Chardock, over here. Yeah. And, you know, Burning Lands is one of the areas I think I spent the least amount of time on Kunark. And that's saying something. I mean, literally, other than going from point A to point B in Burning Lands, I don't think I ever really spent any time here. It was always, you know, for the sake of getting through it when I was coming to Burning Lands. Ooh, those guys are in their 40s. Chardock might also be a little interesting because I think the areas that we really want to get to for the higher level content is towards the like the Prince area and the King area. I think so. Oh, that is a tree. It's a lot of trees. Let's get out of the trees. Green. The Mercenary's gonna beat the crap out of him for a little bit. I just love these Kunark zones. Greater Warboned Skeleton. Let's not keep getting stuck on the geometry of the zone, please. There we go. I did also buy myself a two-hander that I can start using at level 60. And I can put an ornament on it. I'm pretty excited to give that a try. So many things about Warrior that I never really experienced. I always liked playing Warrior, but I never had a chance to do anything for grouping content for Warrior. I'm so used to being a DPS class. Ooh, is that it named? Alright, here we go. Alright, let's make sure this area is going to be a good experience before we start popping our experience potion, bonus potions, I should say. This is already looking like it's going to be a better area because that light blue enemy gave me 1% experience when those dark blue enemies were and Vexar were giving me like 1 and 2%. So this looks like this might be the place to be. It's a whole lot of dead people. Fuck it, we're gonna pull a train. Since everything here is blue and light blue so far. Let's make this a little bit more entertaining for us. At least this way everything can start taking damage from my thorns. There we go. Now we got the Mercenary attacking too. That green experience, though. Whew. That's some good stuff right there. Get my warrior in a berserker frenzy soon. We're making it, boys. We're getting there. Let's kill this channeler first. I think the biggest boost to our damage here is going to be our Mercenary when we hit 60. Like, we're obviously going to get like another 150 or so AAs, which is going to be massive for us, especially for defensive. Area taunt, there we go. Get us a good old area taunt. You know, I didn't even think about grabbing these. Oh, there's Warcry, nice. Ambidexterity, Burst of Power. Finishing Blow. Rampage, here we go. I'm gonna replace that with Bash. Okay. Get us some extra cool abilities going on here. Guys, we have more than one button to press. Whatever are we going to do? What's the cooldown on area taunt? 15 minutes. Oof. Okay, still light blue so far. I think I'm going to the right area. I think, yeah, we want to be down here towards the King and Queen area, I think is what it's called. We could probably invisibility down there, but you know what? I guess let's just clear our ways, ourselves there. Because I'm sure there's going to be see-invis enemies here. Oh, did those fuckers remove my regeneration? They sure did. Oh, boil blood. That's what it was. Let's see, what are you doing, man? That regeneration stuff is too important to me. When I'm just me and my mercenary, we gotta have that regeneration. Otherwise, my druid's gonna have to heal way more often. I think we're gonna pop Lesson of the Devoted here in just a second. We're already getting really close to 59, so it's nice to be fighting some Sarnak stuff again. That's what I was really hoping for in my Lake of Ill-Omen video. I was really hoping to get a lot more Sarnak content in, but we kind of skipped over that level range where it was, you know, usable at that time. know why I used War Cry. There's nothing that's gonna fear me here, but... Come on, I think we're getting to higher level stuff now, at least. I think we're getting there. Ooh, we got a named. Observer Actos. You know, I haven't bought any of my disciplines yet either. That would make a huge difference here. But I guess they didn't have disciplines really back in the day, did they? I think disciplines were added with Gates of Discord, maybe? If anybody here wants to correct me on that, you're welcome to. I don't remember when they actually added disciplines, but I'm pretty sure for the sake of like Kunark and Lucklin content, I don't think we had them yet. So kill these ads first and then worry about the name. I guess ads are going to keep on coming. Ooh, riposte, critical. There we go. Look at us using our warrior things. Not far away, boys. We're not far away. Let's make sure this thing is not hitting me from behind, otherwise it's going to be completely circumventing any riposte abilities. There we go. Goblins of Mountain Death adjusted by 1. Guys, the goblins hate us just a little bit less. Look at us. What did you drop? Nathar Bracer. This is definitely a Lucklin item. Would you look at that? Look at that fantastic stats. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Eventually, you know, by the time we're 60, we're going to start getting appropriate level enemies. Otherwise, we're going to literally nickel and dime our way to 60. For sure, when I hit 60, I'm logging out and back in, so my Mercenary can get that upgrade too. Mercenary is about to be ridiculous. I'm really pleasantly surprised with how this run through has gone from 1 to 60, even doing this over, I think, like the last 2 months or so. This has been a actually really entertaining run through for me. Not just for the content, but also, you know, the stories that you guys have shared with me and stuff like that, and people talking about how much they loved Kunark in this time frame. It's been really cool. Really, really cool. Might end up trying to do me like a caster run through at some point. Would probably end up being quite a bit slower on a caster than it will be with a, like, you know, twinked out main character. Because then we also have to start splitting experience with a pet. Gross. If you think splitting experience with a Mercenary is bad, you gotta cut it in half again for a damn pet. And even then, there's no guarantee that it's going to be any more efficient than having a twinked out melee character. I think we're going to start having some fun with some endgame attempt content, like attempted endgame content with my warrior when we get him to 60. Who knows? We're going to see what we can get away with at level 60 with this warrior, with our mercenary and having my druid heal and shit in case shit goes sideways. Because I'm sure we're going to be super limited on stuff we can do, but I would really like to try to solo like Magathan and Vox. Because I know I did it on my rogue. I soloed Nagathan like super easy on my rogue. But that was at 65. That was like with a whole other set of abilities. And I've also taken a monk through and I've soloed like Trakenon and stuff, and that was really cool back in the... Oh, we hit it. We hit level 60. We only got like an additional 20 AAs for that. Okay, we're gonna kill this guy and then log out and back in. We got us an aged Razor Fang of Zygaz, which is from the redone Vishan's Peak. Cool healing perk on it, which will end up helping us out. Okay, let's make sure we got all of our equipment on that we needed to. Which one of these rings are we replacing? Definitely you. Not going to be using the shield for any reason. Okay, I think everything else we've pretty much replaced. So let's see. Let's see what we can do. Not really much of a jump from 59 to 60 as far as AAs. It's really pretty surprising if you ask me. I really expected it to be a much higher AA stat jump. But our mercenary is doing substantially better. And that's what's really going to help us. Reanimated Dragoon. There we go. Well, we did it. We made it to 60. We've got pretty much the best gear that we can have on our characters. At level 60, I mean, I'm sure there's a few better items that we could find here and there that would be pretty good. But all in all, like, our stats, I think, are pretty damn good for a level 60 character. Maybe we can put on better buffs. Let's try that. Can we put on better buffs? I wonder. We're about to try. Nope, we cannot. note to self, if we want better buffs, we have to hit, I think we have to hit 65 for better buffs. At least our heal from our weapon is proccing quite often. Holy crap. Do we want to go over there, I wonder? Ooh, that could be some names over here. We're going over here. Let's do it. Let's pull it all. Oh, these guys are quite tanky and they hit pretty hard. Damn, if I'm not careful with some of these guys, they're gonna start actually killing me. Ooh. Oh, damn. Level 58? We're gonna have to be careful. These guys are actually pretty high level. Holy shit. Echo of Chardock. That must be a raid enemy of some kind. Holy shit. Okay, let's see if we die, folks. Let's go. Did not expect to see any actual named or rare creatures up here, so we're gonna give ourselves a little bit of a test. Pull my druid back a little bit. Worst that can happen is we actually die for the first time on this character. I think it's the first time. I don't think I've died. Fine steel. Why you gotta ruin this stuff with Defiant gear? Can I just turn that stuff off? I wish there was a way to just turn off getting Defiant drops. That was a pretty good experience. Holy shit. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull this room without pulling everything. Let's try this. Nope. Well, so we're gonna just do it this way. We're gonna let our druid handle some damage for a little bit and try to take care of some of these guys. I was really just gonna try to pull the boss itself so we could see how well my warrior does, but everything here frenzies, and they are very social. What a shame. I was hoping to get like a true test of our damage here. Careful, make sure we're not going to pull anything else. Jesus, I just kicked for 400 damage. Holy crap. We are definitely triple attacking way more often than we were before. What did that boss drop, I wonder? Security advisor. Warn Shaiden Naganeda? Huh. That is definitely a Kunark weapon, though. Damage 37, delay 45. I bet that thing would have sold for a pretty penny back in the day. And of course, the good old Heroes Forged stuff. That definitely could have been much worse, though. Kind of glad that I pulled with my druid, though, so he could take the aggro of all the enemies, so it's just not straight out splat for my tank. Okay, let's face it, you know, even though I would be fine healing and reviving and damaging with my druid, I don't want to have to do that. So all in all, I'm very, very happy with our Warriors adventure, ladies and gentlemen. We've gone from 1 to 60. I'm really happy with this. This was a really, really good time. Even just that last little stretch up to 60 itself from 59. I mean, in that time frame was, you know, what a normal 1 through 40 run basically was. We're going to finish out this room here. And I think that's going to be it for this. Because I really don't want to level up to 61 yet. I might take my warrior to 65, but keep the level 60 gear just for the additional hit points and auto-granted AAs to make up for the fact that I'm trying to take group content as a Molo character. I might give myself that little advantage. But I'm going to try some raid bosses first. I know I can get myself a cool little instance of Nagafen and Vox on this guy, and I can see how good we can do. We're going to give it a try. I want to give it a good old college try first before I... And when I talk about soloing these guys, these bosses, guys, I'm talking about doing it solo, not with my Mercenary. Like, my Mercenary will be cool to try, like, if I fail miserably, but I genuinely want to see if I can solo some of these old dragons. If anybody has any ideas for raid bosses they think it would be cool to see me try, actually solo, I'll do it. I'll give it a try. You know, worst case scenario, I fail absolutely miserably. But who knows? Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? I get to utilize all of my weapons and all of my abilities and just see what we can do. Thankfully, Mr. Echo dude over here did not attack me, being a level 67 red. This has been a solid run through. I gotta make sure that we do this again. Maybe I'll loosen the grip a little bit and do some Balius content stuff to level instead. Or maybe we'll do something for Lucklin. Because I know Lucklin, we can pretty much do 1 to 60 on. Maybe we'll do some Lucklin content, or maybe we'll just start another group of characters again. That could be fun. I still got my trio of danger that I want to work on because they're all level 67 or, sorry, they're all like 77 or 78. I'm going to get the gang back together for them. Anyways, this has definitely been a really good, badass time. So, again, thank you for anybody who has watched this content, anybody who has, you know, said anything positive about this content, or, you know, what you've enjoyed from it. Feel free to give me some stories. If you feel like, you know, comfortable with sharing and you want me to talk about those in a future video. Anyways, guys, this has been fun, so we're going to call it quits here for this one for now, and then next time you see me in this video, you're probably going to see me try to solo some old school raid bosses at level 60. So, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you all in the next one.